Hello Aquarius, these are your tarot cards for August of 2023. I'm DanielleStimpson of Learn Reiki Philadelphia, and if you're into things like crystals, Reiki, and tarot, definitely hit that subscribe button because you are going to love this channel. If you want to learn more about my live online Reiki certification courses, or if you want to book a one-on-one reading or distance healing, check out learnreikiphiladelphia.com, which is also linked in the description. So let's go ahead and take a peek at what the month has in store for you. Okay, so this month, Aquarius, there's a lot of really delicate balance and a lot of really tender things. There's a lot that's going to be revisited, a lot that's going to come up. There's going to be some fated endings that are going to be pretty challenging, but the focus of the month is temperance. Temperance is, if you'll notice, the most important thing. Temperance is all about going with the flow and trying to hold equal amounts of both, trying to keep things in balance in all the possible ways that you can consider balance. But even more so, look at what he's doing. He's in the water, and that water is flowing, and he's got the light from above. It's like spiritual guidance coming down. Notice that he's not holding this water. He's got two vessels, and he's pouring one through the other while sitting in that water. He's allowing things to move. He's not filling up jars and putting them on the side of the banks of the river. He's just with the flow and going with it. That will definitely help when we see the rest of your reading. So that's the focus, is trying to keep not holding on to everything, but allowing it to flow and trying to hold some sense of balance. The energy you're entering the month with out of July is Queen of Wands, which is compassion, connection to others, thinking of yourself too, but really thinking of others and getting a lot done. It's almost like making plans that very much benefit other people and making sure others are taken care of, which is really beautiful. So you're entering the month with that kind of energy. What's the challenge this month? Well, remember I said fated endings, and this is the death card. I know it looks scary. It almost never means literal death. For some people, it may, but usually death is about a natural ending. It could be the end of anything from a job to a time in your life, like graduation. Anything like that can be a natural ending of one thing. And because it's showing up in the challenge position, this is definitely some difficult letting go. So unfortunately, that's the case. This is a major arcana card. So major arcana are big things that we have less control over. They're bigger factors, but they usually play more of a role in our soul's development, and they're bigger turning points in our life, but we have less control over how they happen. The only place we really have control is how we kind of deal with it, and even to that, it depends moment to moment. So what's the best course of action? What are you to do? The Four of Swords. The Four of Swords is considered the meditation card. Swords are mental, logic, and intellect. It's where our mind is. And this card is generally the coming into yourself, reflecting, and making time for yourself to rest and pause and process, especially given that the challenge is the death card and it's those endings. Definitely making that time for yourself to heal, to reflect, and also check in with yourself and see what your needs are, and maybe reassess goals. But right away, it's more about coming into yourself and meeting your needs for comfort and giving your mind the space to process all of the things that are going on. So I want to make it clear, though, while this is inward reflection, a pause, a coming into oneself, this may even for some of you mean taking a break, or going away from work for a while, or taking a respite and just working on yourself for a little bit. I want to make it clear, though, that this isn't about breaking away ties from other people and insulating. This is really more about the process of reflection, creating a space for yourself to heal and to process, yes, but to pull away from everyone and kind of insulate and hermit yourself isn't going to be the best answer. And with that, we have the final card of your reading. It's another four, and fours are stable. but sometimes a little too stable. Definitely the case with the next one. The placement here is whispers from your guides. This is what your spirit guides have to share with you. It's some extra guidance, extra insight, and you can kind of take it as you will. It'll show up a little differently for all of you. I definitely suggest that you watch the videos for your sun, moon, and rising. If you know all three, it'll give you a much more well-rounded view of your month ahead and all of the subtle parts that are going into it, which will show up very differently for all of you. So the whispers from your guides is the Four of Coins or Pentacles. Coins are usually seen as like literal money, but also resources. This particular card is seen as like, I usually think of it as a warning or a harbinger of potential hoarding or holding on and not letting go, which sometimes it's like a warning and it's like, hey, hold on to everything, you're going to need it later. But that's not how it's showing up for you. This is showing up for you to remind you that when you are taking this mental respite and pause and giving yourself the time to clear your mind and process things, be careful not to go out into the snow and make yourself a tiny little bivvy and just sort of hunker down and hide away from the world. This is your guides basically telling you, yes, you're coming into yourself, reflect inward on what's going on, but don't cut yourself off. It's definitely a time to reach out to the people you love, you care about, reaching out to them and engaging with them, telling them that you're having a rough time or even just a bad day or whatever is going on, so that you can make sure that you have the support you need. This is also, think of the juxtaposition of, this is also seen as like the miser hoarding card. In the traditional Rider-Waite images of this card, it's actually what seems like a squirrely little man holding on to, like, he's got 2 feet, one each on a pentacle, and then he's holding the other two like, these are mine, nobody take them. But he's also not reaching out to, like, he can't even reach out to get more. He can't reach out to invest. He can't reach out to do what he needs. He's just stuck in this, like, I can't move, I have to hold on to everything or everything's going to get taken away kind of mentality. This is your guides basically saying, like, put up those big smoke signals to the people that you love and care about, that you're not feeling so hot or that you're struggling, or just letting them know where you are. It's not a time to cut off communication and conversation with everyone, although you may with a few people. You may just need to kind of keep it to people who you trust to be in that tender space with you. This is a reminder that, remember, we started off with temperance as the focus. Temperance is all about flow, letting things move. There is more around you. Yes, you may be crying. Yes, there may be movement. There may be some loss here, but there's also more around you. And trying to hold that balance of letting go, because the Death card, its real magic is in the faded endings, is that there's a new beginning. Again, with the standard Rider-Waite iconography, the Death card is like death, but he has a flag that's black with a white flower in the middle. And if you look at the very first card in the deck, the Fool's Journey, he's starting off, and he's carrying a white flower, usually in his lapel or in his hand, and that's usually, like, out of that ending starts a new beginning. That's where this needs to be. If you get stuck in the loss and wanting to hold on to everything, it's not going to allow you to move on past this ending into the new beginning. You're not meant to, like, jump right into the new beginning right away. That's what this is about. No one expects you to just suddenly jump in like nothing ever happened. No, it's a time of processing. You are absolutely owed that. You absolutely deserve that. And that time of respite and comfort, absolutely. But be careful not to go out in the cold, frozen snow all alone. This is water in a form of solid and kind of not moving. You want to be able to be fluid and move with things as much as you can. It's a practice. It's not going to be perfect, but just remember, the people around you that love you and care about you, and not to completely cut yourself off as you process the things that you let go of. So with that, Aquarius, I do wish you the best of the month. I know this isn't the easiest thing to hear, but you probably have kind of known that some of these endings were coming. They're unlikely a surprise. For some of you, they might just be really small things, and for some of them, they'll be much bigger. So definitely check the other readings for your sun, moon, rising, and I will certainly be back next month. So if you found this at all helpful or enlightening, go ahead, hit that like button. Definitely subscribe if you want to be back for your September cards. And if you do need any support without having to go too far, but still kind of socializing this month, I do a live stream of Reiki and crystals 5 times a week, same days, same times, every week. So go ahead and check that out. You can just dive right in and just soak up some wonderful energy if you'd like, or you can take part in the chat and the building the grid if you want to be a little bit more social, but it's there for you if you would like it. So with that, I wish you all the best in your month ahead. This might be a little bit of a darker month, but there will be brighter months ahead. So all the best to you. Take care and bye for now.